Yeah.
We're actually a little earlier than we, that's good.
I was just asked to say a few words about what's next. Christine has already touched on them. But I think, if you picked up one idea or one tool or something to take back to your club next week, that's really all that counts. But the key is to, as Dan would say, shoot the puck. Follow through. We've picked up these useful, I don't know how many of these sessions I've been to over the last 20-some years, but you pick up some great ideas. Some of them we may have heard before, but the important thing is, what do we do with it now? What are the next steps? One step ahead of it. And even if it's just one or two things you raise with your club next week, that's the key. So I'm hoping you picked up one or two things. And on behalf of the group, I'd like to thank all of our leadership team. So please join me in thanking all of our leadership team for this afternoon. I think some of the items that I've been asked to mention is, if you haven't already done so, sign up on your My Rotary account. How many people have done that? Oh, that's pretty good. Fran, you're still helping groups with that, aren't you? Yeah, good. And please complete your assigned Learning Center module. I really like the things I like about Rotary over there. I saw that only 1 hour a week. I really like that. I can't remember the last time I spent 1 hour a week. Over the last 6 months, my wife said I've spent 26 hours a week on Rotary. I don't know how she keeps track of those things. But anyway, I love that 1 hour business. And begin working together on your club's goals. I think one of the things I heard today, there's not enough communication, particularly to our newer members in each club, about communication. What's our strategic plan? If we have one, share that. Do a little better job, with when we induct new members. What's in your induction package? And again, review your president's planning timelines as soon as you can. Christine has already mentioned, register for the April 1 Zoom training session. What is Zoom? Zoom is like it's a great video thing, a lot better than most of the other ones online. We use Zoom all the time for our district scholarship activities, and we'll have sometimes 8 countries connected around the world with 5 or 6 students, and Zoom works wonderfully, so I'm glad they're using Zoom. Again, please enter your goals in Rotary Club Central. Learn how to track your hours. I don't do a very good job of that, and dollars spent. And as already been mentioned many times, register for Vibrant Clubs workshop May 3rd and Community Building Unity during the OLS conference. I think what I always find when I go to these conferences, my first international meeting was the Calgary International Conference. And my buddy that I went to school with, Monty Odenart, was the one that got me to that conference. So I went to school with Monty. Those of you that know, well, I won't even it'll get me too emotional if I start talking about Monty Odenart, but he was the one who inspired me to join Rotary. And I dated his sister for a few years before I met my wife Karen, but that's another story for another time. In any case, thanks to all of you for being such engaged participants. Next week, please talk about something you picked up or learned here. And thanks again for coming. Thank you.